Welcome. Kelvin Dale here, revealing how the Irish had an impact on helping shape the United States. We go now to the story of how the Erie Canal and America's early railroad system was built and the role that the immigrants from Ireland played in those projects. It's a story where grit, loss, and triumph help carve a nation's future. Let's get into it. On July 4, 1817, New York Governor DeWitt Clinton broke ground on an industrial project that many called at the time Clinton's Folly. Many could not imagine that a 363-mile waterway could be cut by hand through wilderness, rock, and swamp all the way from Albany to Buffalo, New York. But there were thousands of Irish immigrants who were ready to build their futures, who believed it could be done. They started digging the canal near Rome, New York, which was near the halfway point. To the west, they worked through the Montezuma marshes, where the Irish worked in spite of mosquitoes that carried deadly malaria. Many workers paid with their lives, but the work never stopped. In one report from 1818, 3 Irishmen dug nearly 50 feet of canal in just 5.5 days, an unbelievable record in its day, all dug with men wielding just picks and shovels. For 8 punishing years, they fought mud, heat, and cold to carve a channel 40 feet wide and 4 feet deep over hundreds of miles. On top of that, they also built 83 locks and 18 aqueducts to accommodate the change in elevation across the state of New York. When the canal opened in 1825, it had a huge economic impact on moving goods from Buffalo to Albany and then down to New York City by way of the Hudson River. Freight costs dropped from $100 a ton to just $10. Travel that once took 6 weeks now took a few days. New York City exploded into America's leading port, and the canal opened up the Midwest for settlement by way of the Great Lakes and into Chicago. By the 1830s, America's ambition had outgrown its canals, and the railroad became its new lifeline. Some immigrants from Ireland, already seasoned from the canal cuts, once again took up their shovels, picks, and blasting drills. Nowhere did their endurance face a stronger test than in western Massachusetts at the infamous Hoosac Tunnel. The Hoosac Tunnel project, which began work in 1851 and opened on February 9, 1875, stands as a feat of endurance and engineering. Work dragged on for over 20 years amid a funding crises, technical failures, and roughly 195 worker deaths, before the breakthrough came on Thanksgiving Day in 1874. Irish laborers drove the project, blasting through slate and granite with black powder and later with nitroglycerin, the first major U.S. use of the explosive. Many died from blasts, cave-ins, or fumes, and 13 were sealed inside forever. Yet the work pressed forward. At 5 miles long, the Hoosac Tunnel became both a triumph and tomb. From its completion, the Irish workforce spread westward, building the railroads that carried America's commerce and people across the continent. A legacy written in granite, steel, and sacrifice. Where did this trail of discovery take us? The Erie Canal was the waterway that connected the East and West, transforming New York into the beating heart of America's young economy. Many of the Irish hands that dug the canals also laid the tracks that would carry a nation by rail. The Irish proved that a belief can come true, one shovel of earth and one length of rail iron at a time. Thanks so much for watching. If you are Irish, your roots are from Ireland, or would like to be among the honorary Irish, you're at the right place. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, or even leave me a comment. Until next time, keep that Irish twinkle in your eye.